What's up, athletes? Coach Eric here, and this is a nice little overview of the week ahead. And so what I want to give you here is just a little look forward, see, and just give you some insight on what this week's going to look like, what it's going to entail, and how you might want to approach it. If you noticed last week, we started seeing a couple pre-workout lifts, not just for the sake of throwing in volume, for the sake of volume, but it's intentional. So over the course of the next 6 weeks now, we're in this little strength cycle called overdrive, where we are going to do some hypertrophy-based lifting. So that's where you're going to see your power lifts, squat, press, deadlift. And that's going to be more RPE, rate of perceived exertion. And so the idea there is we're going to go by feel on those. So on a scale of 1 to 10, these lifts should feel like a 6. And we're going to hit that over the course of a few sets over the course of the next 10 minutes, okay? You're going to see some Olympic lifting focus work where this will be percentage-based. And so if you know your 1 rep max clean and jerk, you're going to work off 65% across for the day, okay? If you don't know your numbers, of course, as coaches, we're going to scale and modify and make sure that you are getting the intent of this. Again, the purpose is to add in some strength work with intention to develop our skill, to make us stronger, to make us fitter, maybe even a little bit bigger if that's what we're shooting for. That then is going to transfer into our metcons, our WODs, our metabolic conditioning. It's going to transfer into those, but also for stuff outside the gym. Just, again, strength, not just for the sake of volume, but for the sake of building some confidence, strength, and stability in those. You're also going to see some gymnastics work over the course of those few weeks too. So there, I think it was on Thursday or Friday last week. The focus here is going to be some gymnastics pressing strength. So like for the handstand push-up, on top of our 1,000 push-up challenge this month, but also grip strength. So we're going to develop the pressing strength in the shoulders and stability, and then also grip strength, because that grip is a very underrated piece of gymnastics movements, i.e. pull-ups, chest to bars, ring muscle ups, all that good stuff. The stronger that grip, the better we're going to be at some of these other movements. And then obviously that will transfer into your weightlifting as well. So just to look at that weightlifting and that gymnastics kind of cycle over the course of the next 6 weeks. So going into this week, a nice little hero theme for Veterans Week. So Monday, a nice little 12-minute AMRAP where you're going to see a lot of barbell, and then finish off with some calories. So a nice little kind of chipper on the barbell, and then whatever time's left, kind of get after it. Light enough to cycle the barbell, but heavy enough to burn. Okay. Tuesday, remember Veterans Day schedule. So we're going to have a 7:30, 8:30 class. A nice little workout where if you want to, we have a couple sandbags, a chance to kind of play with sandbags in that workout. You could even share with somebody. So double unders and some weightlifting, maybe some odd object. And maybe it's not sandbags. That 30-pound med ball might be enough for you that day. So kind of some fun there on Veterans Day. A little bit grindy, just a little bit different with Coach Haley. So Wednesday, slow things down a little bit. We're going to get into, this can be a calorie ski or a row, wall walks and rope climbs. So a lot of shoulder endurance here, midline control and grip strength, again, key part of gymnastics. So you'll hear us talking about that a lot. Being really smooth, consistent on these. So this one isn't meant to be fast. This one is meant to be controlled with those wall walks, with those rope climbs, because it is going to get a little bit of a burn there. Going into Thursday, so we've got a nice little shuttle run. So we'll break the gym up where you'll do a little, kind of like an EMOM on the minute. You can do some shuttle runs. And then on the next minute, you can do some V-ups, alternating V-ups. And then we're going to rest. So give the upper body a break and hit that lower body. Going into Friday, so a nice little, if you've never done the CrossFit Open, this will be a nice little preview for you. If you have done the CrossFit Open, you should be very excited, but this is a repeat of Open Workout 2019, workout number 4. So you have 3 rounds of snatches and bar facing burpees, rest, and then 3 rounds of bar muscle ups and bar facing burpees. And we'll even dig for a little bit deeper into the standards on that one. And then barbell efficiency on the pull-up bar, and then finding the sweet spot for people there. Maybe even play with, hey, for the CrossFit Open, here's the RX version, here's the scaled version, here's the foundations version. And so maybe find the one that allows you to stick with that, just to either play with it, or again, just like anything else, we'll scale it to make sure you're getting the stimulus of that day. So a couple different ways to attack that one. And then Saturday, a nice little partner workout, lunges, toes to bar, and back squat. So again, fun little with the barbell and a partner there to finish off the week. So that's what the metcons look like for the week. If you look at the strength and accessory work, as I was talking about, so we did some power clean and jerks here on Monday. Again, working off percentages there, clean and jerks. No extra work on Tuesday. Again, it's Veterans Day, modified schedule. We'll play with the sandbags a little bit, but other than that, moving on. Wednesday, that's where your handstand and grip work is going to be, tied into some accessory work there. On Thursday, we will do some front squats. Friday, a little bit of accessory work. And then Saturday, with the king of pump himself, Coach Brad, a little bit mini pump to finish it off. So that's the way the week's going to look. If you got questions, hit me up, talk to coaches. And hey, let's have some fun this week. And I'll see you guys on the next one.